And I guess the next episode has begun. Welcome back to Tales of Vesperia. I'm your host, MegaShadowFist. It's like a video games, it's like a commentary. I'm gonna switch out. Am I going to switch? No. Anyway, this is a post-com edition because,
I
yeah.
never would have guessed we'd have to chase down the Don and then go make Judith talk. It looks like the hunting blades are on the move too.
I want to know how Leviathan's Claw managed to get that information. I'm sure there's something they're after.
Judith.
I know you're worried, but let's just deal with what's right in front of us for now.
Right. Let's look for the Dawn.
You know, doing post-com for an entire recording session is very weird, because I sort of just have to guess when I started the next episode. It's really weird. Anyway, but yeah, because of shenanigans, I ended up losing my voice audio track for this recording session, so I have to do this entire recording session in post-com, which really sucks. I mean, I've had to do post-com before. I believe during the first recording session of Sonic Adventure, like the last 8 minutes of the final episode, I lost my audio track. I lost my audio track, so I had to do post-com for that, but never for an entire recording session. This is, in fact, I think, what was I gonna say? I can't really exactly know what I was going to say right there. Like, I had to transition in my head to something.
So don't pick any more fights.
I had to transition in my head for some reason, but I didn't really think about what I was going to say. But anyway, switch out Yuri with Raven, because I think I'd have a better time playing as Yuri than with Raven.
We do battle with all our might.
I never thought I would say that. I never thought I'd prefer playing as Yuri, but it's really weird. Anywho, Lederhosen. This is the final episode of the recording session, so, you know, I won't have to do post-com for, well, it's a 40-minute... Oh! Actually, I think I had to cut it about 2 minutes early, so it's like a 38-minute episode or something like that, because of stupid Norton. Because Norton, this isn't the first time that Norton's done this before. Like, it would, because my Audacity, for those of you who don't know, it saves the audio track into, like, when you record something, like, you see like a complete thingy in complete order.
Hey, come on!
Yay!
All right. How about a hug?
I don't think so.
Anywho, I think there's going to be a cutscene, so I'll hold on to that thought for a second.
Look.
White horse.
Stand back.
Didn't you say Leviathan's Claw would never try something like this, old man?
The Dawn's the one that started all this.
What? Then that means the old man's.
Just what do you think you're doing here, you damn fools? Bringing young ones to a place like this?
Bravo! I really should thank you for such a heart-rending performance.
What the hell's he talking about?
Get out of the way!
Yellow fight again. Anyway, whatever the case may be,
Fight.
what was I talking? Well, but yeah, Audacity saves your audio track in 5-second increments in a temporary folder. And for some reason, this has happened to me once before when I was doing my first recording session for Sonic Adventure.
Someone protect me while
And I think that's the reason why I had to end the recording session early for this game when I was at the ghost ship. For after a while, like, Norton will just think that Audacity is some, you know, bad program, and it'll randomly block access from allowing it to save stuff inside of the temporary folder. So as a result, you'll end up losing audio sometimes. So that's why I made it so that Norton would go into silent mode whenever I have Audacity open or my Rock Studio Media Capture open. And it was in silent mode when I began, but for some reason, during the 1 minute 18-minute mark, or 1 hour 18-minute mark, this is what happened during, this is me trying to figure out my which arts are which, like which cause.
Don would be crazy to do this alone.
Which art causes which fatal strike.
Where's the Don?
he's gone after Jaeger.
Let's go.
Yeah, but for some reason during the 1 hour 18-minute mark, like, Norton just decided to randomly pop out of silent mode and just fuck up my voice audio. And when it does that, it actually causes capturing glitches for my video as well. And I was like, oh, god damn it.
Alright, let's go.
So at first I wasn't too freaked out. I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna save the audio project and that's gonna be that. But but Audacity completely glitched out and it wouldn't let me save. So I actually do have about 6 seconds of the original recording session, but it was probably during a cutscene because it was completely silent. It was just like, because that's probably like the sound that my microphone picks up from, you know, my Xbox 360 fan and my laptop fan, which you don't hear because I edited it out, but you know, that was pretty much that. And so I tried to save, and normally, cause this would happen in the Sonic Adventure thing, it would just be like, oh, sorry, we can't save, so then I just export it. But this time, it just completely glitched out.
That's over.
And because of that, I couldn't do anything. So, like, I exit out of Audacity, Leviathan's Claw HQ.
I wonder what they were thinking, building a big manor out in the middle of nowhere like this.
Isn't it obvious? Crooked plots and intrigue.
We should hurry and finish what we need to do before we get caught up in anything.
That's not so bad here, Estelle. Why not take our time and get the full tour?
Are you thinking of exposing some crooked plots and intrigue while we're here?
Nah, I wasn't thinking about any of that. Being in someone's home is just so relaxing is all.
I can't believe you.
We don't have time for this. We're going on ahead, old man.
No, wait for me!
Sorry, Raven, but everyone hates you. Just kidding. Anyway, whatever the case may be.
We'll destroy them in no time.
But yeah, so then I completely lost because, like I said, because of I realized that Norton was glitching out my stuff really early on, so I only lost about 5 seconds of voice audio. But because of that 5 seconds, oh, and I tried opening up Audacity again, and it gave me the option to recover the thingy, but it's like, error. There is an inconsistency in line 3. And line 3 is that's the line for the Audacity track that tells Audacity where the file is. And if there's an error in line 3, it can't find the audio track, so it can't do anything. And the temporary folder is completely empty, so I can only assume that Norton just completely decided to just completely get rid of it. I didn't restart my computer at the time, so there's no reason for the temporary folder to be empty. So that's the only logical conclusion that I could think of.
Our weapons are love.
Justice.
Sexuality.
Would you stop?
Seriously, Raven, you really need to stop. But it really sucked, man. I'm sorry that I have to cheat you guys out of my original audio, my original commentary and stuff. I pretty much remember in general what I said during certain parts, so it's not like you're gonna miss out too much. But you know, things like this where I'm just like in this little, it's pretty much a mini dungeon. It's not a full-blown dungeon, but and I'm in this little mini dungeon and I'm just commentating on random stuff. I'm probably right now, what I'm doing is just like, oh, let me just hit you. Oh, let me hit you and block. Let me hit you and block. So, you know, I guess, you know, I'm actually talking about something that's worthy of substance, I guess, somewhat in a dungeon for once. Holy power, come to me! First aid! That was not my Estelle voice whatsoever, but it does not matter! It does not matter at all. Let's go ahead and finish you off, buddy. Why am I not using... Oh, that's right, I think I made a comment about this. When I'm playing as Carol, I actually am conscious of using my arts attacks, but for some reason, when I switch to a new person, I don't know how to play as them just yet, so I just resort to just using regular melee without any arts attacks. Excuse me. It's not over yet. But anyway, these guys are actually relatively tough, I think, because for those of you who don't know, I leveled up 3 times, or no, I did not level up 3 times. I went from level 35 to level 41, so I leveled up 6 times, which is, and then, well, Rita only leveled up 5 times, unfortunately, because of shenanigans that happened during my recording session involving the second Giganto monster, but I guess that was my punishment for not recording that for you guys. Anyway, losing out on 14,000 XP, jeez. But yeah, so we're all much stronger than Bellius was, so, you know, you'd think that these guys wouldn't be too tough. But some of them could actually give us a decent time.
Let's go.
Let's go. And they get pretty decent experience, too. I think. Like, 900 XP? Like, that's not something that you would get from from a very weak, you know, enemy. Oh, Panacea bottle. And, I wasn't too sure what the Panacea bottle did at the time. Well, rather, I knew what it did, but I forget, because I have checked what the Panacea bottle does before, and it cures you of any physical elements of sorts. Unfortunately, none of our characters had physical elements, even even after this boss fight is over, because I don't think that these guys give you physical elements. Maybe they do. I don't know. From what I remember, I don't remember them giving us any physical elements. It's usually the monsters that give you stuff like dizzy and poison and confusion and stuff. Oh yeah, I need to give Estelle an orange shell. That's what I was doing. Okay, I was like, what the hell are you doing? And then I made a comment right here. I was like, is Estelle really at the very end? Because normally the way that I have it set up, I'd have Carol would obviously be the first character at the bottom, because that's who I play as. And then Judith would be second. And then Estelle... No. Estelle would be second. Rita's always been third, and then Judith would be last. So having Estelle at the way back is a little weird, I think. Anyway.
I'm just getting started.
I am just getting started. Not really. I'm actually getting relatively close to finishing the recording session. Not too far. We still have plenty of episode to go. We're not even halfway finished with the episode yet, because this is... Well, actually, I tried using a Panacea bottle, but obviously I couldn't because there were no physical elements. I wanted to see if I could just waste one so that I could pick up the other Panacea bottle, but nope, that didn't happen. Because I was told a long time ago, I believe in the place where we fought Gattuso. No, it wasn't the place where we fought Gattuso. It was the place where we fought, where we met the Hunting Blades for the first time. I was told that even if I have max stuff and there's like an item that I can't pick up, I should use that item, you know, just because more than likely I probably need to use it anyway, and then pick up the item that's in the thingy, you know, just cause.
Yeah, I guess we'll fight.
So that I don't, you know, miss out on any opportunity to get any items, free items, I should say. I could always afford the items because I'm pretty sure I should be like loaded with gold at this point, but you know, oh shit, no, dang, don't die, Yuri. Yuri, holy power, come to me. First aid, thank you. She cast first aid right after she did nurse, right? I think she did. Anyway, that's a little odd. Does she do that normally? I don't think she does that normally. Like, normally, I think if she cast nurse, she would use an apple gel like right after that if she needed to boost health.
So don't pick any more fights.
Yeah, don't pick any more fights. I believe at this point, actually. Well, let's see. It depends if I press the Y button. Yes, I wanted to see if I could do this. There's this thing that Raven has called Chivalry, where, as you can see, parameters increase according to the number of female allies in battle. And I didn't equip it before because, you know, all the female Raven's not part of my main party, and all the female characters are with me because, you know, it's me, Judith, Rita, and Estelle, and me, I mean Carol. But so, and whenever Raven is with us, normally it's because it's a surprise encounter, and I didn't bother equipping it last time because, you know, no female characters. But I thought, hey, this is an opportune time to equip it because, you know, we have female characters now in our party, in our main party, for now at least. And this is where I found out, hey, I can actually press right stick to equip the best equipment. I'm pretty sure that I was told this in the comments section a long time ago, but I guess I forgot. Because I think that I have a fairly good memory. I usually remember things pretty well. My short-term memory can be quite shit, though. My long-term memory, I think, is pretty decent. But you know, I do forget things sometimes. It's not like I have like the world's greatest memory. I did go to a memory seminar once on a cruise that I went to during my senior year of high school. But aside from that, you know, I can't say that I have the greatest memory in the world.
Prepare
Anyway.
to meet your doom.
Oh, I remember actually, now that I think about it, I was going through these doors, I was like, hey, this is a perfect place to find a Wondership, right? This would be, I'm pretty sure that there's a Wondership hiding here. And then I would go inside of a door, and just like what happened a couple seconds ago, that enemy would charge at me. I was like, oh yeah, a fight, Wondership, that's the same exact thing, of course it is. Jeez, did it really take me this long to start using my arts with Yuri? I think it did. But, because for those of you who don't know, defeating enemies is a lot slower when you don't use your arts. It takes a lot more time.
That's over.
Yep, there we go. That's over, indeed. There's some weapons that we can pick up over there. The Grim Guardian. Let's see if it's better for Rita or not. And it is! Completely better! So, you know, why not equip it? I wanted to see if I could pick up any more weapons, but I couldn't. So then what I did next is I think I'm gonna head back. No, actually, I'm gonna check stuff here first, see if there's anything we can pick up. Like over there. Hold on, right there. We have a lemon gel. So, you know, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and use a lemon gel because, you know, it gives us HP and we need it. We're gonna go ahead and use that for Raven, and then pick up this other lemon gel. There we go. And so, you know, that shows you that if you guys leave me tips and stuff... Oh, 7,000 gold, I forgot about that. If you guys leave me tips and stuff, I am going to listen. It's not like I'm just going to ignore them, because obviously, well, this might be my third Tales game. This is my third Tales game. It's the first one that I physically played, because Symphonia Eternia, those were Let's Plays that I watched, so there's always a lot to learn. Actually, I think, ironically enough, playing Street Fighter, I think, has helped me out a little bit in understanding the combat a little bit more, because Street Fighter, it's like the very basis, it's a very basis for fighting games. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and fight you. Surprise encounter, no less.
Let's eliminate them.
It's a very basis for fighting games, and if you learn how to get good with Street Fighter, you can get pretty good with any fighting game. Now, obviously, the combat in this game is very different from Street Fighter, but if you understand basic things, you know, like blocking and guarding, poking. In this case, it'd be using your arch instead of using, you know, fireballs and and shoryukens and stuff. But Hellhound, that's a pretty interesting move. Actually, you know, it kind of.
Let's go.
If you guys have played the Naruto Clash of Ninja games, whenever you play as Sasuke and you have Sharingan Sasuke, whenever he does Phoenix Flower Jutsu, that's kind of what it looks like in the Clash of Ninja games. A little bit, except for I think he just shot one giant fireball instead of 3 fireballs. But whatever. Anyway, whatever the case would be, I really do think that playing Street Fighter has helped me out in my understanding combat just a little bit better. If anything, it's helped out my reaction time quite a bit. Because I would say that this game is a little bit slower paced than Street Fighter 4 is, which is my the only one that I've bothered actually playing really decently.
Oh, guess we're done.
I have played a little bit of 2, and I've never played 3, and I haven't played the first one. But anyway, I'm talking too much about Street Fighter, and for the consistency's sake, I'm going to talk about Street Fighter a little bit later in this recording session. Just actually right around here, actually. Because I actually got into a Street Fighter little shindig here. I'm not going to get into it just yet. When the time comes, I'll get to it. But anyway, let's go ahead and, you know, beat up these guys with Yuri lol. And actually, right here, I was like, you know, I think I like Healing Circle just a little bit better than Nurse. Because if you stay inside the circle, because Nurse doesn't heal you all the way. Like, it'll give you a decent amount of HP, but it will not heal you all the way. Standing inside this healing circle for like 2 seconds completely heals you, and that's why I think it's better. Although it has a limited range, because Nurse, you can use it. No matter where you are, you'll get hit by it. Healing Circle, you have to be inside the healing circle, otherwise it's not going to do anything. Like right there, I'm outside the healing circle. It's not going to do anything for me. So I think I didn't check, but I think that the TP usage is probably about the same because of that. But Healing Circle I think is better because it revives you all the way. Sometimes Estelle can be an idiot, and she'll completely miss everybody with her Healing Circle. That's happened to me a couple times before, but generally she's smart enough to know when to use it. Violent Pain! I remember seeing that for the first... Oh, man. When I first saw that, I was like, whoa, dude, that's such an awesome move, but I can't talk about that right now because, obviously, I'm doing recording and, a post-com, so I can't emulate that.
Hold still. I'll make this.
I already know what's happening right here, so... Anyway, so now we're going ahead and beat up these guys.
Hey,
Windblade!
I'll protect you.
I'll protect you! Or will I? Who knows? Champagne! Oh yeah, actually right around here, I was like, oh man, I just realized that I don't have the water tunic, the aqua tunic. Because Carol has an aqua tunic, so if a mage were to use, like, you know, champagne or what's the other one? Splash? I hate Splash when it's used against me. The amount of damage that it does to me is significantly reduced, and on top of that, because of Magic Guard, I think that getting hit by like magic, I shouldn't take too much damage from getting hit by whatchamacallit. So we have the Ruby one. It drops magic defense by 10, but I think that it was a fair trade because it boosted everything else by so much that dropping magic defense by 10 for everything else, I think that's a fair trade. Normally, I don't like having negative cost, but anyway. I think it was right around here, I believe, where I was like, you know, maybe I should start using, you know, Azure Edge is kind of like, maybe it's around here. I should start using Azure Edge as like as a combo thing. Like when I'm using combos, I'll use Azure Edge to Oh yeah, and right there, as you can see, I made a remark that if you use Azure Edge on somebody and somebody's standing directly behind them, the person standing behind them will also get hit by it. Granted, the damage will be significantly reduced, but you can still get hurt. And so I made this. This is where I started talking about Street Fighter, because in Street Fighter 4, my two main characters are Dudley and Sakura. And Sakura, like, her Hadouken, it friggin' sucks. Like, the casting time is freaking slow as all hell. Like, if you were to, like, she's a lot slower than not Yuri, than Ryu to begin with. Like, if you, like, her Hadouken, her Shoryuken, her Tatsumaki, or her sweeping kicks, like, if you and Ryu were to do that at the same time, you would lose every time. And because of how limited usage her Hadouken is, you can only use it, it's only really useful for using it as part of a combo instead of using it as like a zoning technique, or you could use it as a shield, kind of like with Guile's Sonic Boom, where you shoot it and then you follow right behind it, because if someone can't use a Hadouken against you because, you know, your own Hadouken would block it, and then, you know, they can't just dash up against you, because if they do, they get hit by your Hadouken. Anyway, I've talked about Street Fighter enough. This is Tales of Vesperia, so we're going to go ahead and talk about Vesperia for now. Let's see. Healing Circle. We're actually getting relatively close to the end of this little mini dungeon here. I imagine probably Mount Zema, I believe, is probably... I believe that's where we're going to run into Judith again. We're probably going to have some awkward an awkward conversation, and then...
We're done.
Then, you know, after a heartfelt conversation, she's going to become a party member. Then, you know, we can get back to the big four, which is Carol, Judith, Estelle, and Rita.
I'll make this quick.
And actually, during the grinding session, I actually found out I mentioned that right about here, actually, and I found some pretty decent combos to use with Carol and Judith. Like, for example, Judith specializes in fighting flying enemies, and she likes to juggle enemies a lot. So if she attacks somebody, she'll end up having them in the air. So one thing that she can do actually is she'll start juggling the person in the air. She'll start juggling an enemy in the air, and before that enemy falls down to the ground, I can use my Dragon Upper with Carol, and depending on how much damage we do to them, I can actually finish them off with that. So I'm not sure if it made any sense, but, you know, Judith will juggle that person in the air. We'll repeat it again. And then, before that person, as that person is falling down, before they make contact with the ground, I can use Dragon Upper as like a combo finisher. And actually, depending on the usage, I could actually lead to a blue fatal strike with that as well, which is pretty interesting to say the least. I'm just getting started, but anyway. Yeah, but I guess that's my Street Fighter brain getting in. Like I said, like, honestly, I really do think it's helped out a bit. We can actually equip Chivalry now. Thank goodness, because we leveled up. We're all like level 242 now. I think except for... Has Rita caught up yet? I can't check, because this is post-com, so I can't just press the Y button and see, but... I don't think she's caught up. No, actually... I think she's caught up. No, actually, the thing is, I think that Raven just has a little bit lower TP, or not TP, but XP as well, so... She hasn't truly caught up, but I think she's catching up anyway. Whatever the case may be, the only thing is, I don't think that she can catch up, though, because she's gaining experience. Well, actually, it depends, I guess. I'm not sure. If someone could elaborate on this, please do. The XP that you get, like, is it the same for everybody, or does it represent the maximum amount of each XP that you get? So let's say that everybody is level 39, except for one person who's level 37, and they get, so the XP that you see at the end of the mission would reflect the amount of XP that the level 37 got, not the amount of XP that everybody else got. Or is the XP the same for everybody? Because I imagine that since the people who are higher up, they wouldn't be getting as much XP, right? Or is the XP just or is the XP an average? It could be an average of what everybody got. Who knows? Or let's see, what else? What's the other thing? Maybe, the amount of XP that I get,
Hold still, I'll make this quick.
Maybe the amount of XP that's there is, no, hold on. So I said, for the lowest person, an average, or maybe it's just the same for everybody. I don't know. I wouldn't think that it's the same for everybody. I think that would only be the case if everybody were the same level, but that's not the case. Anyway, actually, I think there's Azurage, we can use that as a combo finisher, but there's Cerberus Strike. What am I trying to... Oh, giving her an orange gel. Okay. So, there's actually Wolf Strike, actually. If you use Wolf Strike, what was the combo that I learned to do with that? Because for Wolf Strike, Yuri attacks somebody, and then he does an upswing that sends somebody slightly into the air for a little bit. So actually, you could actually use that as a good combo as well. A combo thing for maybe someone like Judith, or who knows at this point. Anyway, I just think combos are pretty good. Yeah, Rita is very far behind everybody. Unfortunately. So this is where I'm affecting my thing. I'm changing everything, so I'm going to have Raven set to same enemy, moderate is good. I'm going to have him set to flexible because, because, and have him monitor TP, because normally Judith is in charge of monitoring TP, but because she's not part of the party, she can't do anything. And sure, Yuri's set to watch TP, but I'm playing as him, so he's not going to watch for TP unless I watch for TP. Dude, we almost have 200,000 gold. I wonder, because if you've played Attorney, you should know that in the capital, there's this skit that you can watch. Oh, cutscene.
I never dreamed you'd try anything this risky.
I finally made up my mind that this mudball be a much prettier place without you on it.
The other Master Guilds surely won't like you ignoring the Union's laws for your personal vendetta.
And I'll face the consequences. But it's daybreak now. Looks like I've underestimated your touch. I'm out of time. If I don't get myself back to Dongrest, those fools gonna start a war with each other.
Oh, I think it's a bit late to prevent that little accident from happening.
A couple of eggs might have to be broken, but I'm prepared to pay a price.
A price?
You still got us to deal with, Jaeger.
Well, it looks like the tide's taken a turn. Yeah, indeed. Bye-bye.
Hey, wait!
Damn, that guy's a regular vanishing act.
Now what's with all of you? Just how you figure coming down here be the smart thing to do?
This is a keepsake left by an ally of yours. We were asked to bring it to you.
Looks like I caused you all some trouble. Of all the... Why'd she have to wind up like this?
Oh, I should have read that out loud. Cyanoacrylate crystal.
Just what is an apotheia, anyway?
Well, you see... Afraid I don't have time to explain it now. I hate to cut and run, but I'll leave the rest of these guys to you.
Wait.
We should think about getting out of here, too.
Hey, let me try and buy the old man some time.
Raven?
Come on.
Guess we better.
Oh no! We have to do the same exact thing that we had for pretty much every other enemy in this entire dungeon. I don't know why they even made the yellow, why they even give this a yellow glass. No, maybe the yellow glass doesn't necessarily just mean that it's a boss fight, but it's an event fight as well. I think that's what it means. No, red is surprise encounter, blue is for everything else, and then I guess yellow isn't just for boss fights, but it's an event fight as well. So like, say we get into a fight during a cutscene, no matter if it's a boss fight or not, that's what it's gonna be, I suppose. Anyway, I completely forgot what I was talking about before the cutscene. Was it about combos, or Rita's arts, Rita's XP, or something? I don't remember. Dang it! It sucks that I forgot. I probably won't even remember what it. I probably won't be able to talk about it later on. But anyway, it's a little mini dungeon, not too bad, to say the least. It gave some pretty decent XP. Everybody leveled up.
It'd be crazy to do this alone.
Don would be crazy to do this alone.
I think it's about time.
I agree.
You don't mean from up here? Ah!
I got a bad feeling about this. We should get back to Dongrest.
And for some reason, I thought that this was a cutscene, so for like half a second, I just didn't do anything. I was like, oh wait, no, this isn't a cutscene, let me go ahead and leave. It took me, I actually reacted to that a bit quicker than I thought. For some reason, I thought that I was standing there for like 3 whole seconds or something waiting for a cutscene to happen, but I guess, you know, commentary vision is a bit different, you know. Like, I've mentioned this several times before, but your sense of time when you're recording something,
Don't get careless.
it's very different from what's actually going on, because some events can feel longer than they actually are, and some events can feel shorter than they actually are. Generally speaking, it's the former, though. I don't really ever feel like events are going about like feel like they're going longer than they actually are, or shorter than they actually are. I never really feel that. Usually it's the other way around. But, you know, I'm sounding like a broken record right now, so, you know, it is what it is, I suppose. Nightingale. Oh, that's actually a pretty good move, too. I said that last time. It probably uses up, like, so much TP, though. And unfortunately, Estelle has 14 TP, and I didn't realize that she has low TP. Raven, you should be giving her... Okay, whatever. When I have them set to watch TP, is it watch TP for just themselves or for everybody? I assume that it was for everybody, but for all I know, it could just be for just Raven alone. I'll need to investigate that a little bit later. Or for all I know, someone will let me know in the comment section, because usually that's what people do whenever I ask questions like this. Anyway, whatever the case would be, right around here, one of the school buses passes by. I believe it was for the high school kids, because it's the school year right now. School's going on, and unfortunately, and I was kind of ranting right here because I recorded this later in the day than I normally did, so that I could avoid the garbage truck. But in my effort to avoid the garbage truck, I still had to run into the stupid school bus that was passing by, just freaking annoying. But it is what it is.
Yuri, it's terrible. The Union and Palestrole are squaring off against each other with Hopeful and Blastia. The Dawn is back, but something's not right.
So, you made it back in time. Looks like my hunch was right, though.
What do you mean, your hunch?
He's been planning for this to end in his death all along.
What? Why would he want to do something like that?
Bellius died because of Harry's rash behavior. She's the Duce of Nordapalica. You can't just say, sorry, I got some bad information. Which means there's gotta be compensation to make up for losing Bellius.
So the price Don mentioned back at the Manor of the Wicked was...
His own life. Once he made up his mind to sacrifice himself, taking down Jaeger wasn't a problem. Even if it meant going against the laws.
No, he can't do that!
There has to be some other way.
Both sides are at the breaking point, though. This thing could go off at the drop of a hat. And if it starts, it'll mean all-out war between the Union and Palestrole. There might be another way, but there isn't time to look for it.
I'm going with Carol.
Anyway, we didn't part with everybody. They're still in our party. And I thought, oh, maybe Carol's part of our party now. But nope, that's not the case at all. So, what we're going to go ahead and do is save. Because, you know, after important things like that happen, it's always important to save. You know, always save, people. Always save. No matter what game you're playing. Unless of course, you're playing a game like Eternia or Kingdom Hearts. Oh, that's what I was talking about, Eternia. Oh, I'm not going to have enough time to talk about that. But, yeah, now that I think about it, I wouldn't have enough time to be able to pay for the full play, because I believe I believe it was an 8-part play, and the final part cost 500,000 gold, I believe. Anyway, whatever the case may be, but Eternia allows you to continue even after you die. You don't have to go to the last save. Anyway, cutscene.
Hang in there, kid. You're a boss now, right?
But it's like there's nothing I can do on my own.
So then ask for help. That's what friends are for, right?
Don!
Take good care of them. They'll be there whenever you need them.
I'm coming with you.
Like hell you are! Well, old man, it's been fun.
Raven, you better nail Jaeger for me.
That's a heavy load for somebody like me.
You're the only one I can ask.
White Horse.
We're so grateful for everything your darling grandson's done to us. Really.
The boy has made a mess of things. He may be my idiot grandson, but he's also a full member of the Union. And it falls upon any leader to take responsibility for the mistakes of their people. So say the laws. Take me, then. Let my head atone for Bellius.
Dawn.
Idiot.
Oh!
Guilds. They're all filled with nutcases.
And this is where my controller disconnects because my battery died.
So, who's gonna be my second?
It would be my honor.
And this is me replacing my batteries. Sorry about that, guys, but it had to be done. And in a very important cutscene, too. I'm just completely ruining the mood. I apologize for that, but it had to happen. Sorry. Anyway, now at least I have a full battery pack, so this won't be happening anytime soon, at least.
Guess you're stuck doing a job nobody much wants.
You too.
No kidding. Yuri, I was looking forward to watching you go places. I'll make sure to save you a spot in hell.
I don't think they'd let me into the hell you're going to.
I won't forget that attitude, boy.
And I won't forget your resolve, Don Whitehorse.
Gone! Listen up. You all gotta stand on your own 2 feet from here on. There's a new age coming, so get out there and make it for yourselves.
And he did seppuku, which actually kind of caught me off guard a little bit. Just because... even though... Hold on.
Everyone here seems to have calmed down.
Feels more like they're expecting the end of the world.
Carol's been taking the Dawn's passing pretty hard, too.
And it looks like things are keeping the old man busy. I guess it comes with being a member of Altosk.
Huh.
He gave up his own life to make amends for what happened. The guilds take their laws pretty seriously.
The pride of living by the laws of the guild. Taking responsibility. Accepting the choices he'd made. The Dawn practiced what he preached.
And he was willing to stake his life on those beliefs.
Responsibility. Choices.
I've got to get these things figured out myself. Best to start with our guild. With brave Vesperia.
Yuri? Where are you?
Just going for a walk.
He probably went looking for Carol.
Carol.
Party with everyone. Anyway, there's gonna be a skit. The Dawn's passing. Play it.
Now my hands have killed someone I never wanted to kill. Dawn, that feeling still hasn't left my hands. You really were a piece of work, old man.
Yeah, but even though this made by a Japanese game, the culture of the people just doesn't seem Japanese enough that seppuku felt like it didn't feel very fitting. It felt really weird. But anyway, this is about where my capture device starts glitching out because Norton decides to start fucking up my Audacity track. No, not yet, not yet. Hold on, we'll get there eventually. There's a Critian. I was like, oh hey Critian, how's it going? I knew of no other man like the Dawn. It's such a great loss. Oh wait a minute, the video should be glitching out right now. Huh, that's interesting. So even though my preview is glitching out, the actual recording itself... Oh no, here's a glitch. Anyway, so this should... About right here is where I should be adding this little 30-second section just so I can do my outro. So anyway, sorry for doing post-com. I promise that unless some other major thing fucks up, I won't... I will... The next recording session will be current com. I decided to do post-com because, you know... shenanigans. Anyway, if you like this video, this series of videos, please feel free to leave a like. If you thought it was cool, please feel free to subscribe and join the Elven Brotherhood today. Also, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/MegaShadowFist. I'll be sure to leave that in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is MegaShadowFist signing out. Bye!